Hey, welcome back to my channel. I apologize up front because I mistakenly gave my video editor guy the week off. I told him I'd be fine, that I can edit my own video. Really regretting my life decisions right now. But it is what it is, and we are where we are. So join me. This week's video, I'm going to be sharing a few of my top tips for how you can start to develop your personal brand. What you should be thinking about as you put together what you believe is the best version of yourself on all platforms. For those that are new here, I'm Natasha from Bright Sprout Consulting, and I'm a career and life coach. My sole purpose in life is to help individuals feel more confident in the world of work and just in life in general. That sounds like something you're keen to know more about? Then consider subscribing to my channel and turning on notifications so you can be updated of any new videos that I post. If today's video resonates with you, please feel free to, like the video, comment, share with others. It really does help my channel because it lets the YouTube algorithm know that it's content worth sharing. I'm going to start with a story about my life, about my first job. When I joined the formal world of work, I joined it as what's known as a permanent casual at one of the biggest retailers in South Africa. I won't say their name in case they are completely embarrassed to be associated with me. They would just call me whenever they needed me, and they would pay me cash at the end of the week. It was a good time, honestly. It was glorious. I always felt like I was rolling in it because I always had money. It was great. I worked with like-minded individuals, people who were in the same space in their life as me, students who were just wanting to make a bit of extra cash so that they can go out and party on the weekends. But work wasn't serious because we weren't growing our careers at that point. We were just there to make money, which was fine. But that experience shaped what I believed about the world of work. When I eventually decided to join a more corporate kind of company, in a more permanent kind of position, I struggled. I struggled to adjust to a more corporate kind of environment where things were more serious and I couldn't make light of everything. I think it was for this reason that I struggled with the idea of personal branding. I always thought that I was being fake. I hadn't yet figured out that it wasn't fake. It was just a different version of the same thing. What I began feeling though is that I wasn't being taken seriously, that I wasn't seen as a credible person that knew stuff, and it began to piss me off. So I knew I needed to make some changes, that I needed to rehab my image and my personal brand so that I can get what I want out of my working experiences. In the personal branding space, knowledge about who you are as an individual is so important. So, my first tip is identify what's your USP. What's your unique selling proposition? In other words, what makes you special and stick out? To help you identify what's that special thing about you, I want you to do a bit of an exercise. Pull out a page and a pen, or if you are watching on a laptop, just pull up a new document and type every single adjective that you believe best describes who you are. Once you have your list, I want you to prioritize it from most like you to least like you. Once you have your list, go and share it with 2 or 3 people that know you really well. Go and ask someone to have a look at the list and to identify their top 2 or 3 adjectives that they believe would best describe who you are. Once you get that information back, it's a matter of just cross-checking what you thought versus what they thought, so that you can see if how you're showing up is reflected in who you believe you are. That then gives you a sense of what your unique selling proposition is. Once you have your USP, I'm going to ask you to think a bit more about who you are as a person and what you believe your strengths and your areas of development are. Again, go and make a list. It's important because what you're wanting to see is whether your strengths are showing up in all areas of your life. If it's being displayed in a way that people can see it when they look at things like your LinkedIn profile or your Instagram feed. That's it. We've come to the end of our video today. Hopefully, through the course of the video, you could identify what your USP is, and it sets you on the path of defining what your personal brand should be. Join me next week. I have a guest, someone who is a branding expert who does this for a living, and she'll be sharing some of her thoughts in terms of personal branding and how you can maximize it. As mentioned earlier, I am a career and life coach. If you want to build your confidence and you're just looking for someone to walk that path with you, then reach out. All of my details will be in the description box below. Bye. Flo, I miss you. Please come back.